G'day, mate. Welcome back to Factorio with me, G'day. So, first things first. First things first is I've fixed this again. There was probably many people complaining. What? Okay. Bigsby decided it wanted to listen to me. That this machine and this machine wasn't outputting, this machine wasn't getting module 1s in. I've actually fixed that off camera twice now. What the hell are you doing? Go back. And I'm guessing for whatever reason I didn't save after the fact. So it's now fixed. Which means hopefully we start producing these things faster. Because literally the efficiency modules are what's still holding that up. Even after me throwing bigger and better beacons at it. But then again, you know, 2 of the things weren't working. So we need to come down here. We need to add 2 itsy bitsy chests. We need to get this iron from A to B hooked up. Hang on, I need to empty the lack of beacons that we have. The main base is actually... yeah, I've got that little chest that does nothing but beacons. Like... Wow. That failed. Okay. Where's our workshop? In our workshop, I have one machine that does nothing but beacons, okay? Its whole job in life is to make beacons. And I give it all the output chests in the world. Well, it's been going forever. And we had a large stockpile, and the large stockpile's been eaten. Yeah, so... Well, I just upgraded to Assembly Machine 5. Hopefully that helps. If not, yeah, I don't know. Another machine might be required. Okay, so last episode we got red circuits up and running. Well, planned out. We got oil up and running and actually working. It's actually outputting plastic. The next thing we need to do is a blue circuit build. And luckily we have a pre-made blue circuit build right here, which I'm going to grab the pipes as well. And thank DB128. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button. And thank you for becoming, well, for being a subscriber. Your intergalactic spaceship is on its way to you. As we speak, you know, depending on intergalactic shipping times and all that sort of fun stuff. So, why is there a gap in the beacons? Because JD blueprinted things wrongly. That's normally what the answer is. Move that all up a tile. Okay, put that there. Now, I know from the previous build that this outputs a grand total of like 2 blue circuits per second. Where's that build? There it is, max rate calculator, over the whole thing. It's outputting 2 for 18 greens in and a couple of reds. I need 7 total output. So I'm really hoping I can just take this build and duplicate it. And take the end of the build and duplicate it again. And I'm really hoping I definitely don't have that many. Ooh. We could use bigger and better beacons. Why did I grab these? I physically requested these. Yes. Okay. Are all the beacons done? That's the first question. Yes. Okay. Let's do our overall check. You currently output 41 in, which is too much for our belts. Okay, that's a shame. For 5 out. Okay, what does 1 do? 1 does 1.5, and I want to max it out at 35-ish. So what's that? 22 machines? 23 machines. 24 machines. 23 machines. 23 machines. 35. 22 machines. 33. Okay, so that means that can go because we can't actually support that. Okay. Also means all of these need to be reversed because they're actually going to bring red and green circuits in at the top. Blue circuits, are we going to output blue circuits at the bottom or the top? Well, that's good to know. Can I output blue circuits at the top? Yes. That way we'll have all our circuit output at the top. Oh, I grabbed the beacons for the module builds. That's why I grabbed them. Okay. So you're going to output way up there, hopefully. Which then means if I copy that, let's put it there. Rotate that. Put a pipe there instead. Let's go talk to the train of all the pipes. Grab those. Grab those. Throw them in those chests. Actually, I'm not going to worry about power just yet. Okay, and that output at 3.9. And we need 7. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to run with this build, make it roughly the same length. Would have helped if I grabbed that extra pipe when I ran. That failed. Okay. There. Copy those. Paste them there. Copy all of those. Paste them there. Paste them there. Paste in there. Substation power. Okay, I'm obviously out of beacons again. Send you back. Oh, and I'm out of modules. I needed to ride on that train. Train. Let's get a ride back to base. In there. Actually, wrong station. I want to go to that station. Alright, so we need more modules again. That's weird. Oh, because something went to trash and then got pulled out of trash. Yeah, look, the trash train's not 100%. I don't know why it didn't revert back to the other station. But it didn't. So we need more beacons. I need more modules. 12, which is not a giant number. So that's a good sign at least. That's all inside robot range. That's another good sign. And then what do we need? Then we need... I need to run down the train track with repair packs, obviously. Please tell me you got lots of beacons. 88. How many are you missing? 100. 88 and 100 are close to one another, right? Okay, let's go talk to this beacon making machine. Oh, that's too high. Oh, on top of that, my science is sort of maxing out. Well, a couple of things. One, we're still not making yellow packs as fast as we possibly could, mainly because of a general copper shortage, because we're just maxing out the poor bus still. And purple's not doing crash hot either. No, it's doing just as good as it can. Which would help if you had input. I wonder how long that's been like that. Probably the answer is forever. What machine was it? Products finished. That one. 3. Forever. Forever is the correct answer. So, if you were yelling at me for a long time about that, I do apologize. I never, ever, ever, ever saw that comment. Okay. You have those. L. Module. Yes. How many of those do we need? 12. I've got 22, so that's a good sign. Okay. So it's just the normal bacons that I just don't have enough of. Actually, if I need 100 according to this. Hi, train. You have 135. So let's turn logistics off. Let's steal all of those, plus all of those, and that's enough that I can get out of here. Technically, we should refuel that train. Fuel. Alright, so I'm going to go back down there. We'll leave the train up here. There's probably enough supplies down here at this stage that I should be able to finish off this build. And then there's 2 next components are making an actual build for actually making modules, a train station of some sorts, which probably we're going to need 3 train stations, 1 for speeds, 1 for prods, and 1 for efficiency modules. Or I just have 1 train that we load all 3 onto in any which order we like, and then uncompress them at the other end and just accept the base is going to chew whatever modules we don't need. Which works too. That works perfectly fine. So yeah, we need to come down here. We need to finish building this, physically hook in the acid, physically hook in the belts, physically make the build, and then I think we're good. Don't know what all those outputting up. Oh no, that's raw materials coming in. Never mind. Okay, so let's get out of that train. Let's go pick or drop down these bacons. Okay. So let's go find our sulfuric acid, which I've left here. Okay, that's acid, that's acid, that's acid, that's our smelter array. That should be all we need to run that. Okay, so that's acid. We need to get green circuits into these. Each one of these needs half a belted green circuit. So in theory, if I throw a full belt at each, we should be okay. Hopefully. So you're my output. And you output a measly 18. So that's 18, and 18 is 36. Purple belt. Yeah. Okay, so that should be a full belt of green circuits, which goes into red circuits. You should be everything else required to run modules themselves. Okay. Green circuits and the red circuits is already done. How many red circuits does this thing need? It needs 6. How many red circuits does one of these builds make? A short build. Make 7. How many red circuits does the whole red circuit build make? 41. So realistically, I'd like to have that on 1 belt. How many's here? We have 2 full lanes, which will... So, I'm going to put the 2 longer lanes on the top side of the belt, put the 3 shorter lanes, which will just confirm. Will definitely fit onto the other side of the belt. 18, that's less than 30, good. You're the feed in. So in here, I want to run that into there and there. Okay. So I want to split and then purple underground here, bring that along. There's a airport on the ground. Okay. Alright. So, that should bring the... No, there's another belt of green circuits. Oh, and that should have the excess green circuits on it. Which I'd love to merge in after the fact. In theory, that works. In theory. Okay, now it's time to start adding belts. Adding belts, turning stuff actually on. It's just too hard to work with invisible belts at this stage. Okay, so you start making iron, start making acid. You start making copper to start making copper cable for red circuits. Going through the bottom of these builds, we'll have a not hooked up and a not hooked up. Crap. Okay, iron, copper, iron, copper, iron, copper, iron, copper. Let's trim some of these so it actually makes sense. Okay, so I meant to have an iron and a copper that I forgot all about, obviously. Crap. And as you can see, these guys aren't running fast enough. Alright, where is that? That's essentially what I want. Have more mini-me's. No, have the mini-me's. Don't take them away. Go! Remove those, remove those. Okay, we're only going to run 2, because I think the rest is just overkill, maybe. I honestly don't know. We're going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that there. Remove that, remove that. Yeah. I need this to scale up faster. I need more drones in each physical miner. Yeah, a lot more drones. I'm not requesting copper ore, am I? No, I was gonna say. Alright. You need the same treatment. That one. That one. You as well. It looked fancy, but it didn't work. And I think something that works wins over something that's fancy. That goes there. That goes there. I have no idea how many of these. Okay, we're already missing them. Engineering train cometh to its meeth. Isn't that meant to be... Oh. This is why we power things up, so we can test them. And make sure coal comes out this end. Hey, some coal. Okay. You are going to be not overkill, actually. Because I need an extra iron and copper over here. Well, actually, I have that iron over there. Yeah, all that crap can go away. All that crap can go away. That crap can go away. I'm going to put that there. That there. Actually, let's not do that. Let's take it straight off the end of this. And run it. Yep, straight across everything. Oh, now I feel guilty. Am I aiming for what? I'm aiming for further south. There. Okay. Can you go there instead? Looks like it. So you'll be iron is that lane. Okay. That still brings me the question of a copper. What's this copper? That copper which comes off that copper. Which can output fast stuff. First logical thing, upgrade both those. Okay, so So... that would only be what's not been smelted. Yeah, let's not do... Actually, technically that would work. You need to be purple, you need to be purple. Did I make that mistake everywhere? No, just once. Okay, so that works. That's enough output. Well, there's no draw on the green circuits. Okay. Yeah, alright, that's a problem. I need to have draw on all the belts. So we don't know if anything's enough. Okay. That's probably overkill for the coal. Probably. Possibly. Maybe. So my choice is grabbing another copper. 194, 300, 61, 600. Yeah, that's my choice. Grab this copper a second time. With one of those things. Crap, do we not have any of those in stock? Outpost train. Your attention is needed. It is required. It is come here. Wait for a passenger to be present as well. What did I call you down here for? Belt boxes. That's what I called you down here for. Okay. We're going to want those. Probably 3 seems to be about the right number. Put that there. Put that there. Put an output belt on that side. That's an output belt on that side. Oh, that's right. You were not used. Okay, that'll be our copper input. I just need the actual mining drone depot thing to be put down and fill it full of mini-me's. That bit of belt can go as well. Okay, I want one of those and all of those. All of those, please. Also, how do those get down here? They don't. Crap. Well, that got off and running in a hurry. Okay. That can go away. That can go away. Logistics off. I'll have all of those. Yeah, because you're not keeping up. Oh. Maybe you are with the lack of those. You're feeding that and that only. Yeah, you're probably fine. Let's go visit the other ones. Yeah, there's a bug with the mining drones. The inserter will only go up to and insert up to 100. After it gets to 100, the inserter will not insert any more drones. Okay, so your... Which runs to those? Which runs to those? Why for you not output? Because there's an erroneous one of them in the way. which should fix that, which should get a crap ton of green circuits running down here. You guys are already done with copper cable. Green circuits are coming down. They'll merge onto the plastic belt, which will run up there and get those running. Which means, if I'm good, red circuits will turn on. Turns out I don't have any more mini-me's on me. Actually, you're running an old design still. Okay. Upgrade planner, upgrade planner. Okay. Finally, after I don't know how many episodes, we want to actually make modules. So I want assembly machines. Nope. I want some. I want 10. We want you to make. Let's just go with speed module ones. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. 10 to 5 to 2. Okay, so you need red and green, you need red and blue, and you need red and blue. So we're going to have a red and blue belt down there, a red and green belt in there. We're going to have an output belt here, which goes to an import belt for those guys, which then goes to an output belt for those guys. Yeah, okay. So let's start with... No, I don't need super fast inserters because these guys don't actually use a lot of materials because they're using stack recipes, so they run so much slower. Okay, so we can have red and green in. And that's our output belt on the far side, which we're going to have to use fast log hand inserters because that's what I carry on me now because we're rich. Okay. Which then leads to here, which needs red and green. No, red and blue circuits with the module ones. Oh, so this is the point where I can't put in beacons. But if I slide everything over a tile, now I have a 3-tile gap. Now I could lay beacons after the fact. Okay, and then you guys need to output like so, I think. Then you guys need to import, and you need to input, and then you need to output, and then again, we'd slide that over a tile so we have room between this one and this one to put in a beacon, possibly. Beacon. Yes, okay. Alright, so that's plan number 1. And power, we're going to throw a substation off in the distance. Yeah, that way it's not my problem. Okay, so red and green in at the top. We're making 144. Wow. And we're using... No. Okay. So first off, we're only making 126. And then we're using off one side of the belt. Yep, the bottom side. Which I can change. And we're using 67. how to get this to work properly. Okay, and the top belt is made up of those 54. So 54 and 30, which I wish to add back together, which is 80, which is faster than a single purple belt. Okay, so that's told me enough. So we're going to keep that as 2 separate belts for the moment. Oh, I want to run out of speed modules. 1.2. And I'll make it how much? Yeah, okay. Fine. This belt does absolutely nothing. Correct. It doesn't do anything till we get to here, which is there, to there, to there. Purple underground, please. From the start. Really? You suck. Okay. And then we're going to throw speed beacons at the whole thing. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Yep. And then I'm going to throw speed beacons at the top half as well. They're lined up, they line up. That's almost lined up. Can I make you line up? Not really. Okay, you need to go over. You do those ones. You do... That's only 2 tile gap. Maybe all over tile. Which means 3 target. You have a speed of 300. What? Oh no, you're already covered by that beacon. Okay. So, do the ratios still work? First things first. No. Somehow these got under beaconed and those got over beaconed. Okay. We have an answer for this. We take that build and we add it onto the end. No, because it's going to throw things out of whack so fast it's not funny. Let's not do that. Okay. So you guys got over beaconed. By 1 whole machine. So if I cancel that recipe, we're still good? Yeah. And if I cancel that recipe, are we still good? 0.8. I'll take a 0.8. So it's 1 speed 3 per minute. That still seems really low, but okay. Alright, so it means that can go... That can go, that can go. We cut from there, we paste to there, we move you along. That's all unchanged. We cut that off the start. We put copy, put one of those up there. So we just don't tweak with that one. Okay, so this is red and green in at the top. So we want to take... red and green, red and green, red and green. And this is our very full belt of red. he says, not knowing exactly how much that is. It's like 40, isn't it? Per second, 40 minus 6, so it's 36. So as long as you go out to half a purple belt, you're fine. Okay. So we're going to split that off. No, we're going to bring it down a tile first. Give me some room to move. And then, sure. This is when things are going to get really messy. Okay, red and green. You don't have to be purple belt, but sure. Okay, and then red and blue goes in there. Blue. Do we not have any blues? Any undergrounds? Nope. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bring those together and run them in there. You're an output only belt. You're an output only, which we're going to just run into a loader, into a chest, and ignore it. So, is everything running full speed? Yes. Okay. So what are your inputs? 2, 1, and 0.4. And for blues, we had like 0.7. So I'm pretty sure rough calculation says rough calculation says I should be able to run like 20 of these builds. Roughly, give or take. Okay, first off, let's copy the whole thing and paste it right there. Do the beacons touch? They do. So, first things first, I want to see this fire up. No, you are outputting blue circuits. You're outputting blue circuits. It looks like this is the shortfall. Because that's not connected. Seems like a small afterthought, oversight. I'm willing to bet it happened again as well. Yes. Okay, that'll probably make one hell of a difference. Done. That can actually continue straight through. Okay. Green circuit pressure looks okay. Yeah, it's backing up. That's fine. Copper plate, not so much. But we'll tweak that off camera. That's another launch, and that seems like a good a spot as any to say thank you so much, Dillon Fitzgerald, for being a subscriber. Your SpaceX SubX spaceship is in the intergalactic postal system and should be with you shortly. So with that said, I'm going to call the episode here. I'm going to go play off camera and see whether I can belt weave 10 of these together into some semblance of making sense and getting the whole lot to output, because that seems like the next real goal. Trying to get pressure on the whole system. Because these are definitely going to output after they get enough input. But yeah, you can see these don't run terribly fast at all. In fact, it is why I brought these along. Ratio stays the same. Yeah, pretty much. And it is 5.4 per minute which is a stack of 5, so it's 125-ish per minute, and uses 222 and 0.5, up from 1.7 and 0.48. So faster, but still a long way to go. But yeah, I'm going to do some tweaking off camera and see whether we can get this running a little bit faster and a little bit more, well, just more. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. See you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.